Occasionally, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gibbons vs. Games. I, of course, am Riley Morse.
I'm Damien Schneider.
And we are here to actually unbox a game that we physically saw during its testing phase. Back in LFG, looking for gamers, last year in Sydney, we met a man by the name of, I believe it's Shannon Kelly. Probably should have looked that up beforehand, but I won't.
You'll find out soon enough.
Now, I played that game, was so thoroughly impressed with it, I believe I backed the deluxe pledge tier immediately. I really liked it. The aesthetic of it, everything looked lovely. And it finally arrived. It arrived a while back. This unboxing's a bit late. We were moving office. So, Shannon, if you ever see this, I'm really excited. So, let's open this sucker up. Cool. So, we've got art on the box. It's kind of odd.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. That's not too bad. It's good looking art. This game's creepy. I like it. Whoa. Whoa, lots of stuff. Okay, lots of stuff. Like, cool bony dice. I believe these are like Kickstarter exclusive or deluxe exclusive dice. I can't quite remember. I fired and forgot. They're pretty. They've got the standard game mechanic symbols on them, etc. Oh, I love the sound of a good handful of dice. Okay. This is
like little chunks and stuff in them.
Yeah.
Weird.
So
like their little broken teeth.
So this is a lot larger box than I remember it being. Oh, it's a sleeve on 2 boxes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So Lucidity, 6-sided nightmares. So this is a engine buildy dice rolling type game where I believe you're a kid trying to escape creatures that eat you in your nightmares. There is player elimination, but then players come back as some of those nightmares. So you're never sitting out doing nothing, but the game can majorly shift how it plays, really. So we have 2 boxes in a sexy sleeve. Made in China by Longpack. Here's a local Australian guy, obviously part of the Tabletop Game Design Association Australia, which we are also members of.
Yes.
TGDA, and they've got the lovely TGDA logo there, actually. That's cool.
Yeah, great.
It's very nice for the guys.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, actually, on the back, this deluxe box set of Lucidity comes with the standard game, plus a box full of forbidden treasures and expansions to upgrade your game. There we go.
Cool.
So, this is much more what I'm familiar with. This looks like the basic game. This looks like the expansion and goodies. And it's got, what is it called? A spot something. Spot UV?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got like a spot UV lucidity and an artwork there that you can, it looks like you can see on the camera with all the glares and all that lovely stuff. So, spot base game, then expansions.
Yes.
Alright, I'm super excited.
I'll get these back in a little baggie for you, or...
No, leave them out for now. We'll see how they compare to other dice and the colours and the designs and yada 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 yada. Come on. How are you so much better at this than me? Like, I should be better at it, right? With the nails?
Yeah.
Oh, freaking out. The artwork is as nightmarishly gorgeous as I remember. Yeah, Shannon Kelly. There we go. Alright, we got it right. It's always a good start when I get the bloke's name right. Alright. Okay. Alright. So we have an FAQ and overlooked rules on the inside of the cover.
Interesting.
That's interesting. If it's going to production, why wouldn't you just slap it in the rulebook?
Well, I mean, that's there as a... You will see that whenever you open the box sort of thing. Like, I mean, quite literally, it was the first thing that you saw. And so if it's kind of reminding people that these are things that are commonly missed...
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, overlooked as in commonly missed rather than overlooked as in didn't put it in the rulebook.
Yeah.
Right, okay. It's a nice little art piece on the back of the rulebook. We have a 15-page rulebook. There is a hard mode. There are, of course, credits and testers and yada yada yada.
Do you want to click?
What? It's already top down.
No, I thought you'd... Yeah.
No. So it's a bit, maybe a bit plain in the rulebook. Just like we've just come from doing Dice Forge, which is very bright.
Yes. Yep.
Like maybe I guess the symbols are generic to all the different coloured dice. So
I
it'd
think
be a bit
I might
difficult.
have something to say about once we get to whatever. Oh no, they're cards or something, are they?
Yeah, that'll be.
Okay, right. Because I thought that was looking like it was going to be colour, and this is black and white to denote different things. But
I don't know. That might scare off a gamer or two when it's just like sort of a wall of texty black and white. But it's not a huge rule book either.
That's
It's
true.
not your
How many
enormous Kumilis or not. 15.
15? Yeah.
Well, 14 of actual rules. Alright, well, that's that. Sure. Then we have these. What are these? They're just pieces of artwork. Some pretty pieces here. I believe this is a piece of artwork for each of the fears, each of the nightmares. So I remember, I think I played as him at LFG, which is fear or something? Cannot remember. Alright, so here we have the sort of the character sheet. So this game's all about rolling beautiful coloured dice, picking certain symbols and racing down a track, essentially, while trying to avoid monsters that are going to eat you and cause negative effects. And each time you claim a dice, it had a special ability. Now, it's up to 4 players. We have got 4 of these things.
Yep. We do have like the linen texturing and stuff like that on it as well.
Oh, and there you go. It's and then if you ever lose, you flip it over and you become like one of the primals. Okay, so he's gone for a top flip rather than like a side flip, which is how I usually do things. So that's interesting, but whatever. You have to pick something, right? Okay. It's very cool. The artwork is gorgeous as always. I like on the reverse side, in much my contrast to that it's sort of it's grayscaled, black and whited.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got the spot colour on it, and because it's black with a little bit of white.
It's really striking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. I really like that. So then, let's get these over here. We also have the coloured dice. Now, this is the main part of the game. Each dice will have a separate effect. Each dice represents one of the different nightmares, etc. These dice are relatively unchanged from what I remember at LFG. And that's not a bad thing, because these dice were pretty much finished anyway. They are absolutely gorgeous. I've got to love that sound. They're a good quality dice. They're not your cheap, light plastics. They've got some weight to them. They're semi-transparent. And the standard gameplay symbols, the various values, and I believe it's the nightmare symbol. So we have blue, green, red, and yellow.
Yeah.
Then we have these 4. Standard clear gems.
Oh, actually, is that different?
And I'm not entirely sure what these are for. I can't quite remember there being gems. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't remember those.
I don't remember there being gems. Let's have a look. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a fairly short unboxing, so let's just have a quick peek at what these could be.
While you're looking at that, one of the things that I'm just wondering about is like, have they done any sort of like dice weighting, like
actual
make sure
testing?
Because the yellow dice, they're fine because they're actually symmetrical on each side, and so you probably will get quite a standard sort of roll with that. But
standard deviation.
But over here we've got a little bit more variation to it, so it's not like the same thing on either side. So
it'd be very exciting if you had done that level of research and work into it.
But yeah, like, I mean, but as far as like that sort of weighting, it's probably not going to affect anything. I was just curious in terms of people who are hardcore into making sure that everything is mathematically
even
exact,
perfect, and yeah. Well, I can't really find what these do at a quick flick through, so we'll move on. So we have 4 little clear gems, for whatever reason. So and then these dice, there's a lot less of these beautiful bone sort of fleck dice. I'm not quite sure what he calls them. Yeah, you're right, they're chunks of stuff inside.
Yeah.
Very strange.
I'm wondering if it is supposed to be the teeth, because I know that's a common motif instead of like dreams and nightmares and stuff like that, is like loose teeth and whatnot, which would be kind of cool because that's going into the whole psychology sort of field and whatnot.
That would show an impressive level of sort of research into this sort of, theme. Let's get all these dice out here. Have a nice display of it all. So that when we
want them all out of the box?
No. Just laid out in this area. Just so it looks pretty. And then, now, the dice are chosen at random. You pull a certain amount out. And when we were playing, it was just, I believe it was like a... What was it? It was like just a tiny little baggy sort of thing, or was it just the lid of the box? It was something.
I think it was actually still a bag. It just didn't have any printed.
Well, this has sort of... Is that it? It's sort of that Spot UVing sort of logo again.
It's just like a laminate sort of thing on top of it.
And in this, you'll put dice of varying colours and types in, and then you'll pick a few out and you'll choose which ones to use, if I remember mechanics correctly. Again, this was well over a year ago. A lot has happened since then.
Yes.
So, that's very nice. It's a good sized bag. You're not going to get hands stuck in that, really. Maybe very large gentlemen with big hands might find that a tiny bit awkward.
But if that's the case, you just use the box. Is what I would do. Something like that.
Finally, we have what looks like the actual nightmares themselves. So, we have red, which is the primeval of fear. The yellow, which is nightmare of imprisonment. Nightmare of envy, and nightmare of depths. Then we have, I believe this is one of the special ones. We have the nightmare of temptation as well. So, I will just flick. And the art for this is this sort of very overdrawn and nightmarishly sort of colourful. Like, you wouldn't expect a game with this much colour to have this theme, but it's really quite absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the things...
She is really cool.
Like, I mean, you've got a lot of this sort of like style artwork, and then the eye is a little bit different. But I suppose what I find a little bit weird is this piece here. I mean, it's a really cool art style, and I think this is probably more my sort of style of art anyway. But it seems a little bit weird.
It seems out of place.
So it'd be really interesting to hear what sort of thought process was behind. Like, because I get that it's kids, and whatnot.
And then it's the nightmares inside the kids. So maybe that is meant to display the innocence, and then the nightmares, the really messed up shit inside.
Yeah.
But you've got really sort of three distinct styles which maybe clash a bit too much with each other.
Yeah, like I would have thought this would be a little bit more along the same sort of style as that, or even that be a little bit more the same style as that, although that probably wouldn't present the style of game as much. But yeah, so that's a little bit weird, but I mean, I like the art style anyway.
You've got 4 turn cards / dice side cards that show you. So that's very helpful.
I've just noticed this bit up here, family-friendly art included.
There we go.
So it looks like you've got variant art on it, although you've still got all this...
Yeah, you've still got all the nightmare stuff inside. So...
Yeah.
Maybe for shop owners that don't want to scare kids. / maybe there's family-friendly versions of everything inside here. And if that is the case, we're wrong. Again, it's an unboxing series. Scissors, my good sir. Scissors! Oh, the game's getting a footprint. Hydration. So straight away, I love this box. I love UV spotting. We've got to mess around with some UV spotting. We really do. Just beautiful. Oh, it's got a weird smell for a box. Smell? Yeah. Excuse us while we sniff boxes.
Yeah. No, this is something that...
Really nice insert. It's a really... Oh, my God. Okay. I love boxes that use the insides. It's just... You have all this wasted space in all these boxes, and this has just got gorgeous artwork everywhere, and just colour and rules and splashes. It's beautiful. Even the cardboard insert is art. It's just... Some people just get it right. I've started a thing now. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. An sort of a oaky muskia there. Yes. Lovely.
It almost smells like Asian food.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not,
thought
I'm
it was
not
going to
just
be
going
ridiculous.
crazy.
So it's got a lot of different arts on it, but they're all in the same keeping style. They're all in that same style. You've got words down here. Oh, jeez. Okay. Hate you. Nobody wants you. Useless idiot. Waste of space. Pathetic. Stupid. Failure. It's like talking to my mum. I'm joking. She's a lovely lady. All right. Let's open it up. What have we got? So this is all the... Stop. Read pages 1 and 2 before playing. Okay. There are 2 boxes within it. Yes. Expansions and premium components. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this looks nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, this is... If you want to play the game using its family-friendly art, search through this box and pull out the 4 family-friendly Dreamer mats and 5 family-friendly Nightmare cards, and replace the 4 Dreamer cards and 5 Nightmare cards in the original set. So, yes, this is where the family art comes in, which is why it is on that box.
Yeah.
I get it now. That's fine. If you want to play the game with its original horror art, then you can search through this box and pull the 4 Dreamer mats. I was really worried they wouldn't include the base game stuff as the mats, because these are sexy. Do not throw the original cards away, as they have the single-player variant game printed on their backs. That's cool. So it has a single-player variant, which is really hitting its stride at the moment. A lot of people are including single-player game modes. Shameless plug for I'm 44. Okay, so it comes with 4 Dreamer mats, 8 plastic overlays, 8 replacement dice, family-friendly retheme, Bone Hunters expansion, which will be those dice.
Yeah.
Manifestations expansion, and Dreamscapes expansion. Okay, cool. Let's go through it then.
Yeah.
Can we move that off to the side?
We can.
So these mats, these are, what are they called? Neoprene mats?
Yes.
So small neoprene mats with family-friendly art, the 4 characters all, facing each other. That's cool. So the red is actually fear. The blue is the dreamer, keeping in theme with the actual nightmares themselves.
Do you know what's great?
Mm-hmm.
This is long pack.
Yes, this is long pack. Yes, so we can do this. So that's very nice. That's a nice little touch. It's more resilient for kids because you're playing with kids. Those cards are going to bend and break. This is great. It's like fold them up, throw them, like whatever. That's fantastic.
Just design a game around that. It's like
throwing mats. Yeah, let's not build monsters, please. So that's fantastic. So we have the 4 family-friendly versions.
How's he counting?
My God. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bite me.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's just that I saw this because it came. That's cool. Okay.
That's really cool.
That.
So part of the problem with this would absolutely be these dice are just going to get knocked around and slide and move, right? Plastic cover, which has, well done, which has raised sections, so these will slot in and not move as it. It's little touches, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just little touches sometimes that are just making and breaking games.
So this is kind of like an alternative to what you'd see, what we've seen in a couple of things, which is like the double layered cardboard.
Yep.
So we just saw that in Dice Forge. You see it in Scythe, where you've got like where you can put the cubes and stuff in it. This is a different take on it.
This is probably a cheaper take on it.
I'm not sure.
It'd be interesting to see.
I'm just wondering like what. Like, I mean, it's great having the mats, but like, I'm just wondering whether that kind of takes away from the.
I mean, it's there if you want it. If you find the dice are annoying you, you put it on. It's not obstructing any of the artwork. It's not a permanent installation. It's not like, a spin dial or something where it goes together forever if you don't want to damage it.
Yeah.
I like having the option. I mean, it's just an option.
No, I do like the option.
I mean, it didn't cost me any more, sort of thing. And that's the joy of Kickstarter and stretch goals. So yeah, you have your 4 of those as well.
Put it up on the right way at least.
Okay, cool. So, I have 2 packs of these bone dice. That's awesome.
Well, I mean, you've got less than...
Still, when they're added together, they look roughly equivalent. I think there are different amounts of these dice. Okay, so that's cool. Then we have some small replacement dice. Just 2 for each colour. Okay, fair. They're small dice, you'll lose them eventually. You have... so this is the Dreamscapes expansion. So this is different. This I have no knowledge of at all. So, Teddy Bear. Discard on your turn. Return 1 dream on your card to the bag. So, one of the dice. Linen finish. You are converting me. You are converting
great.
me slowly.
Good. Yep.
I don't like big, chunky, noticeable linen finishes. And that's one of the things with this. It's good. Great quality card. It's actually a really firm card stock. Holy heck. For a small card?
I think it actually is partly because it's a small card. You don't get as much give in it. But yeah, I think that's your standard.
Yeah, fair. But you get linen finishes that are really quite chunky. Like, really noticeable. And I don't like them. I would prefer just a standard matte, gloss, finish, whatever. But the really fine linen finishes, absolutely coming around. Oh.
Yeah.
So these look like just smaller cards that give you some special abilities. How you draw them is probably laid out in the expansion booklet. And their art style is... It's not quite in keeping with that. It's not quite in keeping with that. It's the Eyes art style.
Yeah.
So, it's maybe a bit odd still having the three art styles.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't this be that art style? Maybe because this can be played with the kid-friendly version.
That's also another thing.
That's an option. It's still a tiny bit weird. But, hey. You know, if he wants to make it as broad an audience as possible, I understand. Then we have this will be the childish versions, well, the family-friendly versions of the Nightmare Primevals. I will put that over here, we'll put that there. Yep. Primeval Fear, Imprisonment, Envy, The Depths, Temptation, that's great. And this is the Bone Hunters expansion. Right. So it looks like sort of Predators... How many Bone Hunters dreams they wish to add to the bag? Dreams may never be returned to the bag by a dreamer, even if it means a dreamer cannot return 2 dreams to the bag. They may never be re-rolled, even by envy, and are always resolved first. However, Bone Hunters will never serve a nightmare. If Nightmare player draws a Bone Hunter's dream, it must be returned to the bag, even if that means sending no minions. So it can be bad, but it can also help you. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
That's interesting.
And I will say the family-friendly art is great. Absolutely nothing wrong with the art style at all. They're gorgeous. I love this Nightmare of Temptation. Let's probably do that one. This Nightmare of Temptation reaching for a cupcake is just great. And there's full art sides on the back of the 4 basics. And then there is Temptation flips. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No, great.
I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, because I think I only just joined in for this last half of the game, didn't I?
Yeah. So we didn't get to play much of it, but yeah, I played for the whole thing. You joined a bit afterwards because we packed up our store. We were there doing what? Ultimate Troll episode 1? That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Woo! So I'll be interested to see how much replayability there is. I mean, directly, it's a competitive experience.
Yeah.
So there's that. I mean, immediately I'm on board because it's competitive. I'm not much of a co-op person. So that's fantastic. The expansion box, just quickly, has artwork on the insert, but the box itself is black on the inside. I mean, it's in keeping with the rest of the box, but just, got to show everything. I wouldn't have art on the inside, and if you did, it would have to be the same UV thing. That would be super expensive, so I completely agree with the decision there. I'm excited to give it a go.
Yeah.
Very
definitely.
much so. It looks like something that's light enough that you can power through a good couple of games of it. Right, always refining your tactic. You're not going to be bogged down for 2 hours and then be like, oh, we could play it again, or we could play 17 other games in the same amount of time. It's good. It's good.
No.
I like the look of it. I'm keen.
I'll probably be using one of these mats. You'll be using one of the others?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's much more your sort of style.
Yes.
Yep. All right, fantastic. Well, Shannon, this looks pretty bloody good.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm keen to.
I certainly understood why you were such a success. Fantastic. All right. Well, as always, I've been Riley Moss.
I'm Damien Schneider.
We have been Gibbons versus Games, and we will see you next time.
See you then.